begin by connecting with our breath. So our focus this week is our breath, body, and heart. And I like to start with the reading from Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart. So as you take this time to settle in, just begin to notice your natural breath. Tall spine. Shoulders and jaw relaxed. Imagine a slight lifting through the tips of the ears. And crown of head reaches for the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the mouth. Smooth inhale in. Smooth exhale out. One more, inhaling. And exhaling. And as I read to you the Journey to the Heart meditation, just keep the eyes closed. Stay with a nice natural breath, slow inhales, relaxed exhales. And today is called See How Happy You Are. Most of us have very active imaginations. We have the power to visualize, to create in our minds what we cannot see in our eyes. The problem is that many of us use this power to visualize events we'd rather not see. We conjure up all sorts of images about the bad, painful things that could happen. Maybe it's time to use the potent creative power of visualization to create pictures of all the good we would like to see in our lives. What would you like to see happen in your life? Create a picture you can see. The more you make it, the better it will be. See yourself in the picture. Try and involve all your senses. Visualize yourself touching, hearing, speaking, smelling, and feeling. Charge your picture with such an emotional energy that only you can feel. Use any spare moments you can. Stretch out on a sofa, in bed before you fall asleep, driving in your car, soaking in the tub, or even now in this class together, to create positive pictures of your life. Make a project out of it. Make a list and keep it nearby. If you don't know what to put on your list, ask yourself. Ask God and ask the universe to help you show. It will help and show you. See yourself doing all the things you'd like to do. Take the time to use your creative power of visualization to create the life you'd like. But of all, take the time to see yourself being happy. But above all else, take your time to see yourself being happy. So as we move to a little bit more clarification of this meditation that we just listened to, we come into our heart meditation. You can take your right hand to belly and left hand to your heart center. We begin with the letter H, and this word represents honor. We want to honor who we already are. So noticing how you feel today as you show up in this class. Can you honor things that already bring you happiness, like in our meditation today? Can you bring in memories of joy? Maybe it's a joy of smelling a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Maybe it's walking through a meadow of flowers. Maybe it's a nice snowy day where you walk out in the beautiful fluffy snow. Maybe it's just simply snuggling on the couch with a loved one or a little fur baby pet. Just noticing if these memories will arise for you. The second letter is E. We bring this to represent embrace. Embrace being alive. Embrace your breath. Embrace your thoughts of knowing that you are in this safe place right now. Many thoughts may arise. Some will be joyful and some may not be joyful. Just knowing you're in this place of ease and peace to meet without struggle. And just simply be aware. We know that our breath calms our nervous system. When we breathe with intention, our body, mind, and heart connect as one. Today, let's embrace this practice together. You can breathe in peace. Notice peace in this moment and breathe out ease. I feel ease in this moment. I come to the letter A, which represents awareness. Today, this awareness to breath. Breathe into the body, to the throat, and to our heart. And we breathe out from the heart. We breathe in love and self-compassion. And we breathe out this love and self-compassion. Breathe this out into the community around us, into the world. And even bring this awareness to the feeling of breath. Feel the coolness as it comes through the nostrils, down through the throat, down towards your beautiful heart. When you breathe out, this exhale feels warm as it releases out into our world around us. Receiving who you are. Come into this quietness of your inside world. Your inside world of yoga and meditation. Come to the letter R. And this word is reflection. Maybe today listening to those heart whispers that my teacher Karuna speaks of. As you come into practice and you have this time for stillness and peace. Just notice how your life is a gift. Maybe taking a moment to think, I receive this life. And I choose to live being aware of this gift. Breathing in, I am here. Breathing out, letting go of anything you intend to let go of. Knowing that even the intention to let go is a wonderful way to bring ease into your practice. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. We come finally to the letter T, and the word is trust. And I want to reassure you, you can trust this practice of yoga, this seat you are in, the seat of yoga, where the whole world can keep running around you, the joyful moments, the chaotic moments, the sadness or grief, worry. But I know as we trust in this seat of yoga, we can take this time to be aware and reflect and trust what we need in this very moment. Trusting yourself and have compassion towards yourself for this moment in meditation. We're going to take a couple of minutes here just to sit in silence, to reflect on the words that we have shared today. You could take your hands down and place them on your thighs, thumbs, your palms can be placed downwards to help grounding this practice. For 30 seconds here, staying with your gentle breath. As our meditation from Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie says, but above all else, take the time to see yourself happy. As we move into asana, stay connected to the breath, the body, and your heart. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra at your heart center, opening the eyes. So we'll move into our asana practice. I'm going to move to my mat. I'm having trouble getting mine to be the main video. Not sure why, but when I press it to, it comes up to yours. Let's see. Yeah, I might, if it's okay, Diane, here, I'm gonna unmute you. Yeah, I'm not sure how it for some reason won't let me go to mine.
Okay, so should I just stop my video? Will
Is
that
that
help?
okay?
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's fine with me. That's fine.
Okay,
Yes.
all
Yes.
right. Yeah, okay. We'll get started. I'm gonna move to my mat and we'll start our practice together. Let's start in our seated pose here. I'm going to just place my blanket here so it's not so hard on my ankles. I've got a little pillow I'm sitting on. I'm going to sit in a nice tall spine here. And we'll take a moment just to do some releasing of our neck. So we're going to bring the right ear down to the right shoulder. I'm going to take a block, take my left hand out, and now allow the hand to rest on the block. I know a lot of times we can bring the hand down to the floor, but this is therapeutic yoga, so remember this is a 50 to 60% effort level, not 110. Our motto is no pain, no pain. You may hear the sounds around me of birds, maybe a few chickens. Right now I can hear a donkey. This is the sounds of Mexico. Good. Lift that palm up now and just begin to make little circles with the arm, just giving the shoulder a nice little rotation here. Even take that right hand and gently let it lay on the head, not pulling, just letting the head rest here. And then you can turn that chin towards the knee, take the arm to rotate the other direction. Release that palm down. We're going to come back to center. Take this right palm over to left thigh. Take the block with you to the side. So we're not going into that full twist here yet. Have a nice opening through the heart here. Nice tall spine. If you're feeling like you're kind of hunched over, place that blanket or bolster underneath the sit bones. Allow that pelvis to be able to drop forward a little bit. Good. 5 breaths here. Nice inhales and exhales. Smooth inhales. Or they say here, exhalo suave. Inhalo suave. More breath. Turning all the way around. Again, nice little seat. Again, you're going to not twist the neck so far. You're going to have this left temple over left shoulder. Supine seated twist. And 2 more breaths. And head comes back to center. Bring the body back to center. So Diane, just want to let you know if you have, if you need me to know anything, just turn your camera on and I'll know to come and talk to you, okay? From here, we're going to bring that hand forward. You can have the hand on the highest level here. Just leaning forward. Let the chin come towards the heart. Please stretch through the shoulders. If you wish, you can bring the hands down to the mat or to the floor. And then slowly rise up. This time we're going to take that block to the right side. We're going to bring this left palm over to the right knee. Again, gazing over to the right. Bring this block over just so I've got a nice opening through the collarbones here. And I'm looking straight ahead. 5 breaths. Inhalo suave. Exhalo suave. Inhale smooth. More breath. And now take this block behind you. We're going to take that nice twist from the belly. Heart stays open, hand stays on the top of the knee here. And again, it's the right temple over the right shoulder. 5 more breaths. Two more breaths here. Draw the belly button to the side. Bring the chin forward. Come forward with that block. We're going to switch the legs out here. So bringing the opposite leg in front. And again, taking the hands forward to the block. You're going to feel this in the opposite glute, into the opposite hip. Allow the chin to come towards heart. Allow the hands to come down if that's there for you. If not, stay with the block. And 5 breaths here in our seated forward fold. So again, we want to make sure if we're having any lower back issues, we're not going to go too deep. We're going to keep our hands nice and forward. You're still going to get that stretch. You can walk the block out. Being very mindful of any lower lumbar issues. Good. Come all the way up. Let's come into some seated cat-cows. So we're going to hands on top of the thighs. Here we're going to inhale, draw the chest forward, gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, you're going to draw these shoulders forward, rounding the chin towards heart. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. You'll notice I'm breathing in through the nose and then breathing out through the mouth. Good. 3 more. Moving with our focus today of breath, body, and heart. Last one. Let's come over onto our knees. So because I'm dealing with my knee injury, I'm still using a blanket folded underneath my knees. Oh, look, here comes Bessie. Hi, Bessie. This is Bessie. She lives here. How are you? Oh, hi. She wants to do yoga. Okay, so this is called Sufi breath. It's something new I learned here. First of all, we're going to bring our hands together and then bring the palms to meet. So I've got my palms meeting here. I'm going to clasp my hands together and then I'm going to roll my arms in towards each other. So I'll do that again for you. Bring the hands out, bring the palms away, bring them together, clasp the hands and roll them towards you. So what we're going to do here as we come up and breathe, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up, back bend, and exhale, rounding, drawing the arms in and folding forward. So that's inhale, draw the arms up, and exhale, rounding, drawing those arms back together. Good, 3 more, inhale up, and exhale, rounding forward. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Exhale. Good. Come back to hands and knees pose. So we're moving to these beautiful breath postures today. Let's make our way over. Keep your blocks handy. Take my leg together. Coming into melting heart pose. So melting heart pose, you keep your knees together, hips are going to stay high. We're going to lean forward, draw the hips nice and wide, and bring your forehead down to the mat. So remember, if this feels too low for your head, use your block to rest your head on. For these yin poses, we will hold for up to 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to feel this through the back shoulders. My arms are very active, widening the fingers. And hips are stacked over knees. Timer here. 2 more minutes in melting heart pose. Heart is coming down towards the earth. Staying with your breath. And exhale. Thirty more seconds in melting heart pose, knowing that at any time, come out of this pose. Remember, when they're again, come out mindfully. Taking the time, mindfully press into the palms, come up to your hands and knees. Come into our cat cows on hands and knees. Let's stack those joints again, wrists, shoulders, elbows. And then our knees are stacked under our hips. Begin to arch the back and gaze up as you inhale. And as you round, you draw the chin towards heart. Press through the palms. Inhaling. Gaze up. Exhale, rounding towards your heart. Again, bringing that breath, body, and heart. Heart is our focus, the connection and balance today. This is a time for freedom from movement. So notice if you want to do some circling of the hips here, be mindful if you're having cranky knees. So one way and the other way. Just noticing what the body is asking for, maybe side to side. Also, you can do some spinal flossing where you inhale, the bones come back to the heels, and as you exhale, you round up the spinal flossing. Good. Take another movements here of your choice. Now let's bring the knees wide, coming into child's pose. Bringing the hands forward, the elbows rest here, forehead comes down to the mat. Take a little wiggle side to side here, rocking the forehead. Coming to stillness. Be here for 3 minutes. So as you're in your child's pose here, I just want to bring in those reminders of yin. So remember, in yin, we take the shape, so the posture of the yoga we are doing as you're in child's pose right now. You come to your edge, which we know for therapeutic yoga is no pain. So you don't want to feel any sharp pains or electric pain. You then come into relative stillness and ease. And of course, we stay here for a length of time, so anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And as we come out mindfully. And you'll notice I tend to not speak a lot in these poses, which allows you to come into a meditative focus of this practice. Moving into the heels, breathing into the back side of the leg. Good. Let's press down through the hands. Come up to your hands and toes. From here, we will be coming into dangle pose. Just take a moment to settle in your hands and knees. Take your blocks on the highest level. And we're going to bring our right leg forward. So coming through with our right leg. Take the hands on top of your blocks and come into your dangle pose. So forward fold. head just to drop down. So this can be a little bit intense. But knowing that we can breathe into this discomfort, maybe find some comfort. Let the elbows be heavy. Crown of the head reaches towards the earth. Feel the toes, see if you can bring weight into the heels. Angle pose. This head is wonderful for lengthening the hamstring. You can press down to the big toe mound. Beside of the heels, so lift into the arch slightly. Wish you can bring your hands, elbows come together. Ragdoll. I find I tend to want to move into my toes. I have to focus on bringing the weight back into my heels. Good. 30 more seconds here. Hands, if they're not already onto the blocks. Let's inhale to halfway lift. You may want to walk the feet closer together here so they're in line with the hip flexors. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the heads down towards the earth or on the blocks. Slowly rise up. So taking the hands now to tops of thighs. And slowly roll up. Head comes up last. So making your way into Tadasana. So again, lining up those feet. So they're about hip width apart, not the widest part of the hip. Roll those shoulders back. Take the palms to face me here. Your camera on your iPad or computer. Let's roll the back, make some fists here, and release the hands as you're rolling the shoulders back. Good. And rocking backwards and forwards, heel to toes. Settle down here now, rooting down through the feet. Allow the knees to soften, belly comes back to miss the spine, so ribs aren't poking out, they're softening down. Close the eyes. Imagine that you are being lifted through the tips of the ears, and your chin is on the shelf. Crown of the head comes towards the sky. For me, it's this beautiful, sunny Mexican sky and Los Marcos. I'm going to bring my left hand to my heart, my yogi heart, right on the sternum, and right hand comes over top of left. We come back to this connection of our breath, body, and heart. Inhale. And deep exhale. Take a moment of reflection. You're breathing in through the nose, the throat, out the heart, in through the nostrils, the throat, out through your heart. Notice how you stand here. as we trust in the practice of our seat of yoga. Also, trust this practice of Tadasana or mountain pose, a pose of strength, of grace, reflecting on the beautiful mountains around you, of the trees. Good, 3 more breaths here. Let's bring the hands down, opening the fingers wide. We're going to inhale, connecting breath and body. So inhale, gathering the hands into a little fist, and exhale, opening the palms. Inhale, gather into that little fist. Exhale, open palms. Really spread those fingers wide, widening the palms. Again, inhale, tucking that thumb in that gentle fist. Exhale, opening wide, releasing. Good. Opening the eyes, round Tadasana. Let's make our way back down to our mat. So turn, if you haven't already, towards the blocks. Place the hands on the blocks. From here, you can come down to your down dog, or you can come down to hands and knees pose. Your choice. We're going to come into our low flow. We practiced this last week. We start easy pose. We inhale, rise up. Exhale, come into your child's pose. Inhale, slide forward to Sphinx pose. Lower the forehead down. Good. On your next inhale, come to hands and knees pose. And exhale to downward facing dog. Walk out the feet, so paddle the feet. Press down through the fingertips. Try to release some of the weight off of the wrists here. Good. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower knees down to the mat. Inhale, come back to child's pose. Take a nice long exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower to easy pose. Good. One more round of low flow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come forward to child's pose. Inhale to Sphinx. Exhale, lower forehead to mat. Inhale, hands and knees pose. Exhale to downward facing dog. Walk out the feet. 3 breaths. Good. On your next inhale, we will exhale, lower the knees down, coming to child's pose. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands meet. Pull the feet back then. Then exhale to your heart center. Good. Moment here to check in. Feel the heat in the body. Good. From here, we'll come into our lizard pose. This will be a short hand pose for lizard because it can be quite intense. So from hands and knees, you're going to first draw that right foot forward. Heel's going to come on the mat, toes will come off of the mat. We're going to take the props in front of us and then hinge the hip forward. Good. If you're open here, you can stay here. So feel into this nice stretch here. Some of us will be able to come down to hands on the mat. Keep some down to elbows onto blocks. Know where your edge is. Again, we'll stay here for 1 minute. Inhales. Long, relax, exhales. And yes, this can be our height of our practice today in lizard pose. I want to make sure my foot that is lengthened out is not turning to lengthen the toes behind me. 30 more seconds. Now into this pose of strength. The moment to come out. So if you're down on elbows, come up to hands. Draw that leg back. Take a moment here to rock from side to side. Maybe you want to stretch out into a downward facing dog and stretch out the legs. This time I'm going to remember my blanket from my knee. So coming to hands and knees pose here. Also option for any practicing yogis. You can also do this by coming into your three-legged dog. So that would be bringing left foot up, drawing it in between the hands, lowering that right knee, and then setting up into your lizard pose. So I like to be able to really focus on keeping this leg at a 90-degree angle. And then I like to scooch this knee back slightly. So maybe my knee's here, I'll draw it back. And then I'll let myself really soften into lizard. Always starting on my hands. And then coming down to elbows on blocks. 1 minute. Feel this more on one side than the other. That top of the hip flexor. Point those toes away so the foot's not in. And 4 seconds. Good. Taking yourself out lightly. And come to the mat first. Bring the knee back. Come into your easy pose. Come up. Just take a few breaths here. Come into our heart opening pose. So coming onto one hip. We'll come into our supported fish pose. So you're going to use both blocks or your bolster for this. I'm using my blocks. I'm going to place them in a T on my mat. This one's for my head, which I will bring up. And this one comes into my back. And you can even use the blanket underneath the suppose. So we come from our breath, moving through our body now to our heart. So taking time to come down, bring back body down. And now bring the head to block. And opening to the heart. And also wait here for 3 minutes. Hey, your shots. People at the pool are being noisy. Let's stretch out our feet. And breathe. We're coming here. Calm breaths in, calm breaths out. It's a rest here in our heart. I apologize for all the extra noise around. Sometimes we have to go inwards and not notice all the outside sounds around us. Motorcycles. See if you can tap into quieter sounds. Your own home.
So I got some places for that. So, with my sandwich, all my friends.
And another minute and 15 seconds here in our supported fish. So you can come into a higher version if you wish by coming to your side, bringing that block to the second level, and then coming down onto the block, remembering that you want to make sure you can feel the block with the hand. And you'll also want to bring this block to the highest level. For heart opener in supported fish pose. Also option to bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly. Or lengthen the legs out as you were before. Take a moment to roll to our right or left side with a hold or a roll. You're going to remove those blocks. Go down onto your back, take a blanket behind the head. Coming into constructive rest pose. Feet are nice and parallel with the hip flexors. Bring the thumb to the lower rib and take the finger come down to the hip flexors and just notice the breath here. Inhale, belly rises, ribs expand. Heart sinks down towards the earth. Exhale, the heart floats on the breath and ribs soften. Belly button comes back to the spine. Knees into the chest. Begin to open the toes and stretch the toes. Open toes and stretch the toes. And then knees wide, do some hip circles here. One way and then the other. And draw the feet down to the earth. Just a little back, lift the back up into baby bridge to reset the sacrum. Let's extend out into our final Shavasana pose. Taking time to set yourself up for success. Lengthening of the legs. You can also place your legs in a bolster. The head is resting on a blanket. So you can tuck the edges out under it to cradle the head if I wish. Arms nice and wide, palms face the sky. Soften through the forehead, the jaw, the throat, and the heart. Soften the belly. Soften through the hips, the knees, and ankles. And the full back body supported on the earth, supporting the front body. Absorbed down into the spaciousness of Shavasana. Back to your natural breath. Rest here, and it will bring you out of Shavasana. Doing nothing pose. About a minute and a half left here in Shavasana. A time of reflection and absorbing your practice. As you rest here just for a little bit longer in Shavasana, I'm going to read to you a poem from A Year with Hafiz. This one is actually dated November 7th. With the moon language, admit something. Everyone you see, you say to them, love me. Of course, you do not say this out loud. Otherwise, someone would call the cops. Still though, think about this. This great pull in us to connect. Why not become the one who lives a full moon in each eye? That is always saying with that sweet moon language what every eye in this world is dying to hear. As you make your way out of this place of surrender, this spaciousness of Shavasana, take your time to awaken the body slowly. Turn your head from side to side. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Breathing in deeply, releasing that breath. You can open and close the eyes. And then when you're ready, roll to your right side. And leading with your heart, pressing down into the earth, come up to seated. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And just take this moment to breathe. Take this moment to bring in gratitude for yourself today with an I am statement. I am grateful for. Gently draw your chin towards your heart, bringing the mind, body, and heart together as we did with breath, body, and heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. We'll end this practice with one single Om. Inhaling. Om. With much gratitude from my heart to each of your hearts. Thank you for joining me for online Yin Blend with Heart Yoga. Namaste. Namaste, Diana. Thank you for coming today. How did that go for you?
It was beautiful. Thank you so much, Georgina.
You're welcome. I will be back in Canada on Friday, so our online class will be from the nice snowy winter of home.
Yeah, got lots
Yeah.
of snow here, but it's so beautiful to see you in Mexico and just to get that whole vibe. It was lovely. I really